Are you done? Go ahead. Are you being a nuisance? Hello everyone, and welcome back to Farmer Joe Homesteading. Today we're going to do another fun farm update, and we're going to discuss what we have here on the farm in store for the 2024 season. Normally start these update videos over in the goat shack because that's usually where I start my morning. But I actually came outside to do the filming in the middle of the day because it is finally not scorching hot in the middle of the day. So here we are. We are actually over here by the rabbit hutches. So I'm going to give you a rundown on what's staying and what is happening for the 2024 season. Right. First off, we have our beautiful doe, Amber. She is our red New Zealand doe, and she has given us some really beautiful kits this year. Amber will be staying for 2024 to continue raising litters on the homestead. Amber actually did have another bundle of precious kits that I didn't mention to you guys because we were away last week. So she did have another litter. She had a much bigger litter. So her first litter was 7 and she lost 1. And this litter was 9 and she lost 1. So she has 8 beautiful babies here in her nest box. Miss Livy here is our other beautiful large doe. Livy will also be staying and has gifted us some beautiful kits this year. Livy is a chestnut purebred New Zealand doe, and her colors that she gives in her kits, we just absolutely adore her. She has softened up as she's become a mama and has become a lot more friendly, and we're definitely looking forward to keeping her and her babies and the babies she has to offer for 2024. Miss Twilight just gave us a beautiful litter of kits not that long ago from our buck Houdini, but unfortunately Twilight will be moving on. We are planning on keeping a buck from this litter because they are really beautiful and they are completely unrelated to all the does we have, and so we would like to keep one buck from her, but have decided to let her move on to another farm. She is quite destructive. She likes to throw a lot of things around, and she eats a lot of things that she shouldn't in her cage, and just overall is quite destructive. So we have made the decision to move her on just because we just don't love her personality here on the homestead. Lastly, we have our pen of beautiful does that will be remaining here on the farm. We have our very precious Kada, who we picked up from a few hours away. She is also a purebred New Zealand doe. Kada is a broken gold tip steel doe. We will also be keeping our other does that we have. We have an ermine, we have an opal, and we have a chestnut doe, all from Livy and Peter, that will be staying, and we will be breeding them to Houdini and one of Houdini's sons out of Twilight. Houdini here is a very sweet boy, and he is actually a papered registered New Zealand buck. He appears blue, but they call him a self blue because he throws a lot of funky colored babies. Houdini will also be staying, but due to his age, we will be keeping a backup buck from him from one of his litters, just in case age starts to creep up on him in the 2024 breeding season. Hey, Peter boy. Mr. Peter here has been our main breeding buck this year. He is a very happy boy. He is a purebred New Zealand buck as well, and he will be staying unless we find another buck. Peter is a really sweet boy, and he has thrown some pretty nice sized litters of kits this year. My only complaint with Mr. Peter is that he's a little bit on the smaller side, and that reflects in his kits. Because we also raise our New Zealands for meat, he just is a little bit more on the smaller side than I would like. So I would ideally actually like to replace Mr. Peter with a buck that is a little bit bigger, that's gonna put some weight on the babies a little bit more. And so I am contemplating keeping 2 bucks from the Houdini and Twilight litter, just so that we have that option. For the coops, we do have some changes coming for 2024. Did you find me? You little stinker. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the leg bars because they are our favorite breed. The leg bar flocks will be remaining the same. We do have some grow outs, so we will be adding to the flock a little bit. Just to improve on some things, we want to make sure that we continue following the standard of perfection for the breed. And so we are definitely going to be adding a few more new girls in, and of course we will be keeping a new rooster as well, because we are down to just our boy Goliath here. So we're going to be doing a little bit of shuffling with them, but we will be continuing to raise them this next year. Well, I accidentally recorded most of my videos in slow motion yesterday, so here we go, take 2, and I made sure we're all set to go. So this is one of our opal pullet grow outs. We will be continuing to raise the opal leg bars for the 2024 season, and we are increasing our flock. So we have a couple of these sweet little pullets that will be joining our flocks, and we will be picking out some new roosters for the breeding season 2024. 2024, we have a new breeding pen of chickens up and coming. We will be raising leghorns. So we brought in a flock of Danish brown leghorns, and we actually have a rose comb variety that we will be adding here to the homestead, and we're really excited to add them and have them for you guys. We don't have any white egg layers here on the farm, so the Danish brown leghorns are a nice white layer, and they are the most prolific of any breed that we have here on the homestead. So we're really excited to have a heritage layer breed on the farm. The next breed I have to talk about that is also going to be staying for 2023 is our black copper Morans. Now, they were over here on the other side of the farm where they've been all year. We will not be getting rid of this breed. We actually had 13 hens in the black copper Morans pen, which was more hens than we had in any other breeding pen. We are planning on maintaining that 12 number was the goal. But this year we're going to be making some changes by getting rid of hens that do not lay where we are aiming for and sticking to the best of the best. We're going to be a lot more picky on the standard of perfection and the coppering in the hens, and also going to be picky about that egg color to only keep the best, darkest hens for the 2024 breeding pen. Our cuckoo Morans flock will also be staying for 2024. We almost made the decision to cut them out completely to make room for the leghorns, but found that they were actually quite popular with quite a few people asking for breeds that are excellent heritage, that will be good layers and also dual purpose, which the cuckoos happen to be all of those things. So we made the decision to keep them for the 2024 season. We will be making some stricter cuts and making sure that we are sticking to the standard of perfection and only keeping our absolute favorite egg layers with a heavy focus on speckled eggs. Lastly, but certainly not least, is our olive eggers. Here on the homestead, we do have a huge focus on olive eggers and achieving many different green hues and green tones and green speckles and all things green with our olive egger flock. We actually sold off a lot of our olive eggers because unfortunately, you don't really need olive eggers to make olive eggers. You need the blue layers and you need the brown layers, and we have lots of videos on that. Make sure you check out our videos on olive eggers and our olive egger breeding pens. But for 2024, we will be keeping a handful of hens that are from the sex-linked pen. We also have a couple of girls that are our Americana cross as well, because we really like those beautiful puffy cheeks. We also have some grow outs that are our back crosses, which we do not have any adults of here on the homestead. The goal with the back cross is to get an even darker olive egg, and we will continue to deepen that olive years to come as we continue to breed those back crosses back again and see what shades and what colors we can get. So we are definitely experimenting and trying new things out with our olive egger flock. All right, guys, it is time to discuss our turkey flocks. So this year we had the Ridley Bronze. We absolutely love them, but we had some genetic problems with our Ridley Bronze flock. So to fix that problem, we bought some shipped eggs and had them sent in to us for us to go ahead and replenish the breeding stock and bring in some better quality genetics. We chose a breeder who is a part of the Canadian conservation effort for the breed because they are critically endangered, and really just am impressed with the quality of these birds. They have been absolutely adorable watching them grow up, and they are maturing into some really nice turkeys. So for the 2024 breeding season, we will continue to have the Ridley Bronze turkeys, and I'm really excited about them. But we have also been keeping a little secret about our turkeys. When we brought those eggs in, we managed to hatch out 3 white poults, which I was devastated about because we had those genetic issues in the past. I was a bit concerned about why we ended up with white poults. But I was able to get in contact with a really amazing breeder who is in southern BC, and her and I were able to discuss it. This is what it is called. It is a genetic anomaly which happens in many other species and types of animals with a darker pigment. They are basically like an albino turkey. They have every single trait that we love and cherish in the Ridley Bronze, but they are white. Now, why is white so special? Because during processing, white turkeys are significantly easier for plucking and just have an overall cleaner bird in the end. So having white Ridley Bronze turkeys is actually really amazing. So we were able to get in contact with this lady who is very knowledgeable and so amazing, and she actually offered to send us eggs from her white Ridley flock. She is the only breeder in Canada with white Ridley Bronze as a whole flock. She has offered us to go in on this together and be another breeder to work on it together and have them approved as a breed, because white turkeys just sell better, and that is why a lot of people go commercial. All right, guys, now on to the goose flock. Now, I've been avoiding them because they are a racket when I'm trying to film, so I'm not sure where they are at, but the goose flock will remain the same with the addition of an extra gander to help us with fertility issues. So we will still have our 5 beautiful girls. We've got Violet, we've got Emerald, we've got Indigo, we have Sunny, and we have Stella. Our 5 beautiful girls will be remaining with their main gander dog and a bonus gander that we are picking up probably this summer. He will be our extra and our backup to help with any fertility issues that may arise in the 2024 season, because we miss hatching all of our beautiful goslings, and we are really looking forward to doing it again next season. Of all the changes for 2024, the goats has to be the biggest. Obviously, we will be keeping our main girls. We have our precious Big Mama that I'm loving on right now. Big Mama will be remaining, and Luna and Star. We are hoping to keep some doelings off of them this year, also for the first time, to add to the herd. So we are definitely going to be keeping any and all doelings that we get from Big Mama. And then I'm also planning on keeping some doelings. Whoop, don't push me over. Also planning on keeping some from Luna as well. Are you just so itchy? Does it feel good? All right, guys, so in addition to keeping our 3 primary milkers plus a few babies off of them for 2024, we also, of course, will be keeping our 4 beautiful doelings that we have purchased this year for growing our meat herd, and we are really excited about them. They will all be first-time kidders, which is a little bit nerve-wracking, but we're really excited about them and excited for the babies to come in 2024 with these girls. We also finally brought home a beautiful billy goat to breed our beautiful meat herd. He is a purebred polled Kiko, and he is just stunning. I can't get over how beautiful he is, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the colors and the meat we can put on our babies out of him. In addition to the meat herd, things coming for 2024, we do have 3 more does to add to the meat herd that have been ordered that will be arriving in the fall, which will bring our total goat count to 12 for the winter. Now, 12 doesn't seem like much, but last winter we only had 4 goats. So jumping from 4 goats to 12 is a lot for us. My sweet girl here, Star, will be the first to kid for 2023, and she is due any day now. So if you aren't a regular subscriber, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and we will have some kids in the very near future. All right, guys, it is now time to lock everything up for the night. Thank you so much for joining us today for another farm update and a sneak peek into what we have going on for 2024. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button to never miss an update and to keep up with us here on the homestead. We'll see you guys next time.